Feeling a weird slip or a sudden jerk when your car tries to shift gears is a scary feeling, and that P0771 code means your transmission is crying for help. This is a generic transmission diagnostic trouble code that applies to almost any modern vehicle with an automatic transmission, whether you are driving a Ford, a Dodge, a Toyota, or a Volkswagen. Most automatic transmissions use several shift solenoids to manage the flow of pressurized fluid through the internal hydraulic circuits, which is how the car changes gears at the right time. The solenoids are responsible for opening and closing valves in the valve body to apply the clutches and bands that make the transmission shift. When the powertrain control module detects that shift solenoid E is not performing correctly or is stuck in the off position, it triggers this code and might put your car into limp mode to prevent further damage. The severity of this issue usually starts out as moderate, but it can turn into a total transmission failure very quickly if you keep driving on it. You might notice the transmission slipping between gears, overheating during long drives, or even getting stuck in one gear and refusing to shift. You will definitely see the check engine light, and your fuel economy will take a massive hit because the engine has to work much harder at higher revolutions per minute. The most common cause for this is actually very simple, which is low or dirty transmission fluid. If the fluid is old or contaminated, it can clog the solenoid or the internal passages in the valve body. Other causes include a defective solenoid, a clogged filter, or even a wiring problem like a corroded connector. Your first step should always be to check the transmission fluid level and its condition. If it smells burnt or looks black, you need a fluid and filter change immediately. You should also check for any technical service bulletins for your specific vehicle, as there might be a known software update or a common wiring fault. If the fluid is fine, you will need a digital multimeter to perform continuity checks on the wiring leading to the transmission. You are looking for 0 ohms of resistance in the wires. If you find an open circuit or high resistance, then you have found your problem. Replacing a shift solenoid often requires dropping the transmission pan, which can be a messy job. So if you are not prepared for that, it is time to visit a professional mechanic. Addressing this now with a simple fluid flush or a new solenoid is much cheaper than waiting until you need a whole new transmission. Take action as soon as you feel those first signs of slipping to keep your vehicle reliable for the long haul. Would you like me to look up the specific solenoid location for your particular make and model?